Hey guys, it's Rachel from thetrendytomboy.com and welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is inspired by the colors of fall, shimmering golds, rich browns, and luscious burgundy. Let's get into it. Alright y'all, so like in my last couple of videos, this is just going to be an eye look. I already have my foundation and my eyebrows done. If you want to see how I do both of those things, I have another video that I will link up down below, but let's just get into this. So today, I want to do this, I want to use this gold cream stuff. So I'm going to get that warmed up with my brush. Set that off to the side for a bit because I'm not quite ready for it, but I just had to open it and look at it. It's so pretty. I can't wait to use it. But before I can use the nice pretty gold, I'm going to kind of build my foundation like I usually do. I'm taking a neutral brown and I'm just putting it kind of in the crease. I always like to do this to just kind of start building a little bit of dimension before I go in with kind of my star of the show, so to speak. I usually do like a shimmery shade on like the main part of the lid, but I don't want to put that all over and just look like I'm 14 again or something. So building up a little dimension with a matte brown. Okay, I'm going to take my blending brush and blend that a little bit, soften it up. If you've been watching my videos from kind of the beginning, you'll know that this brush and I are very good friends. My process for most eye looks is kind of the same to start. I usually always go in with a solid shade and I blend. So that's getting real nice and soft. That just adds a little bit of a subtle, almost like a contour for my eyeballs. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more. All right, so now I have that kind of the way I want it. I'm gonna start in with the fun part. So let's do some gold. Now, I have this cream shadow that I really want to use today. So I have this kind of out and ready to go. Got a little bit on my brush already because I just got too eager. I had to just sort of start warming it up. So it's off to the side for now still, but I'm gonna use another technique first before I use that. So what I'm gonna do to also kind of make gold pop without just the cream is I'm gonna get this brush a little bit damp with this, I'm using MAC, the Prep and Prime. It's the Fix Plus. You can use like eye drops, I think those work, or even if you just use water, you just get your brush just a little bit wet, not like soaking, just a little wet. And if you put that into like a kind of shimmery shadow, it makes it pop that much more. So I'm gonna use that technique to get my gold really like super gold. P.S. I learned that technique from Jaclyn Hill, who is the makeup god. So I didn't make it up, I promise. So just let's see how this does. It's like already really popping and I've barely put any on. So I'm gonna take that and I'm just kind of gonna put that all over my lid. I'm gonna stay away from kind of that brown though. I don't want those to get really intermingled. I really love using cream shadows for kind of that extra pop, but if you don't have any cream shadows, you can just get your brush wet and then your regular powder shadow will kind of perform almost like a cream. So I love using this technique, so thank you, Jaclyn Hill. Okay, do the same thing, just putting this gold on my other eye. I usually kind of wipe my brush. I just have like a Kleenex here, and that just keeps it from getting too wet. And if I want to change colors, that way I don't have a bunch of mixing going on. So I think now is a good time to use Mr. Blending Brush yet again, just to kind of soften the edges like always. Blend that all into one flawless look. So I am going to want just a little bit more definition besides just that brown that I used to get started. So I'm going to go in with another brown, kind of just like a darker one that's in the same color family. If If you're ever curious about anything that I'm using or the different colors, I always link everything in the description box. So I'm just gonna take this and go kind of around the top for a little bit more definition. I still want to keep this look all about the gold, but like I said earlier, I don't want to look like I'm, 14 and just slathering on like the shimmery shade. So I like to use the brown to just kind of enhance the little. I'm going to take an even darker brown. I'm going to kind of concentrate that on the outer corner. I don't want this to be like super smoky. I really just want it to look like this, I don't know, golden goddess thing or something. But I still like to put a little bit of a darker color in the outer corner. But nothing too crazy. Take the blending brush again, and I think we're gonna do a little more light brown on the top. I need a little bit more dark brown to make them even. Always gotta make everything even. Sometimes easier said than done. And I'm going to take my blending brush once more. Just go over the top there. The one thing to be careful about though with the blending brush, especially when you're putting like the colors right there on the top, you don't want to take everything all the way up to your eyebrow. I want to make sure you keep that space in there so it makes your eyes bigger or look bigger. So now we can finally use the gold cream shadow that inspired the entire video. So I'm going to take this little brush. This is a tiny little Bobbi Brown brush that came in like a set that I had, but it's actually designed for cream shadows, so it works really well. It's just a flat little brush. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that, I think I'm going to try the center first and just see what happens. Just to brighten things up just a little bit. So I'm just kind of blending that in lightly with the gold that I already have on my eye. And then I'm going to take this and really focus on the inner corner, because I want the inner corner to be really bright. Okay, so I'm going around the inner corner to about like the halfway point on my lower lash line. And I'm just packing that on and really building that up. Okay, so now that I've kind of got that inner corner done, I'm going to take the original gold shade and I'm going to add a little bit of that on the lower lash line as well. I'm going to go ahead and take this one all the way from the end of my lower lash line to kind of the center and blend it in to the gold cream shadow. It almost gives it like this, like an ombre type look. So I think that's really pretty. Okay, and now, just so I don't look like I'm just the golden girl, I'm going to take a little bit of that brown, and I'm going to take, this brush right here is like a double-ended brush. This is kind of like an eyeliner kind of brush. It's an angled one, so you can do like gel liner. But I like to use it for eyeshadow and just like tap it into a dark eyeshadow and use it kind of like a soft eyeliner. I'm going to take that and just kind of go along the lash line. I don't really like putting eyeliner on my lower lash line, so I think this is a good alternative to that. You still kind of get the definition that eyeliner would give, but it's just a lot softer, and for me, it doesn't irritate my eyes, so that's another bonus. So I'm just taking that from the outside to about the halfway, like midpoint. And now that I've got the top and the bottom kind of done, I think now that I see everything together, I do kind of want to add a little bit more of a darkness up on the top. So I'm going to take one of my go-to palettes here. This is the Naked 3. And I'm going to take my favorite shade called Black Heart, which I'll link again down below. I've used this shade many times before in videos, and it's kind of my favorite, like dark brown, outer corner, make things pop kind of color. I don't know, it's just a really good, highly pigmented shade. Okay, I'm just going to use a really small, tiny brush because I don't want to get a ton of this. I just want to use just a little. So it blends really nicely, really easily. This is one of my very favorite colors. I use this color so much. I'm just blending that into the dark brown that's already there. That's the great thing about makeup. You can always build it up or take it off. It's super easy. So if you make a mistake, really easy to fix. Okay, I'm gonna take this and just kind of Make sure the gold and everything is nice and blended. I'm gonna take my blending brush one last time. Just kind of go over the top again. Make sure everything's nice and soft. Also got a little bit of fallout. So I'm gonna take a really tiny concealer brush and just kind of brush that away so that's clean underneath before I do mascara. So next I'm gonna add some eyeliner. I'm just gonna use a black pencil to start with. So I'm lining the waterline of my top lashes and just the top little part of the lid. Okay, I've kind of got my guideline like I always do. I'm going to take this liquid liner. I'm just gonna follow along that guideline. We'll see what happens. Sometimes I end up adding a wing, sometimes not. So we'll just see what happens. Oh my gosh, that just splattered all over my nose. Ah. Okay, yikes. Oh my god, I just made it worse. Okay, we're just gonna leave that there for a few minutes so I can decide how to tackle that. This is why I normally always put my foundation on after my eyeshadow, because stuff like this that's my life. So I'm happy with the way the eyeliner looks just like that. I don't think I want to do anything too crazy with it. I sort of like how it has kind of a just more subtle, subdued look. And now I'm going to take care of this dot on my nose. I'm going to use my Kleenex. Oh my gosh, this could go either really good or really bad. Oh my god, no. It's smearing everywhere. Oh, that's good. Okay, I think we've recovered from that well enough. Whatever, extra nose contour, right? Okay, I'm just gonna do this brush. I've got some white translucent powder that I usually put under my eyes anyway, so I'm gonna get a little bit of that, especially since this was kind of a like shimmery look. Those shades usually have more fallout, so I'm just gonna clean that up just a little bit with this powder and use this on my nose to kind of blend that in. So next step is gonna be mascara. Got the same routine, always curl my lashes. I just think, especially if you have longer lashes, they tend to kind of just like sit there and just do this like straight out thing. If you curl them, it just opens up your eye a lot more, gives you almost like that fake eyelashes look without having to deal with putting on falsies, because I don't know about y'all, but that's not my favorite thing. Okay. I'm gonna prime my lashes next. I'm using the Lancome primer that I rave about in probably like every video. But this stuff legitimately works so well. You just put it on. I put it on right after I curl my lashes and give it like 30 seconds or so before I put on my mascara, and it just keeps everything looking all straight and pretty. I think it just makes my mascara do a lot better. Like I can actually tell a difference when I do and don't use this product. Okay, let's go for some mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and call my mascara done. I'll probably add like 20 more coats later because I'm the mascara queen. But next I'm gonna do some lip color, I think. I've got several shades. I'm gonna swatch them really quick, but they're all sort of in the same color family. They're kind of got the burgundy, like purplish thing going on. It's fall and I just really like burgundy for fall, so I think it looks really good with gold also. So I'm gonna swatch these and see which ones I think. This one's a little too red for me for this look, I think. I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's the most purple. I'm gonna line my lips first. I have this Revlon lip liner that I just got at the drugstore that's about the same color. Lining your lips is something that I do, or something that I think is really important that I do with almost any lip color, but it's especially important with a dark one. So I've kind of got the outline done and ready to go. This isn't an exact color match, but as long as you have something that's close, the main thing with the lip liner is just to kind of enhance your lips, make them look a little bit plumper, I guess. Plumper, is that a word? Plumper? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna take this color now, fill this in. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of the lip liner now. Just kind of make sure that my edges are nice and sharp and clean. Now I'm gonna do some blush. I think I'm gonna keep things classic. I'm gonna go for the NARS Orgasm. I love this color. It's got just a little bit of gold, like not chunky glitter, but just a little bit of a sheen in it that I think is so pretty. I'm gonna do a little bit of that. I'm gonna do my usual highlight. And I'm gonna take just a little bit more lipstick and make sure that I'm happy with that. I'm gonna layer another color just for fun. So I'm taking that kind of more reddish shade and put that over the top of this because it just wasn't quite exactly what I wanted. If you can't get your exact lipstick shade, just layer them. You can make your own custom shade. All right, this is the final look. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will see y'all next time. Thanks.